Golden Wings by the Great Eater. Going to twilight. Hey, Miss Raindrops. School asked when Raindrops told it was time for bed. Just call me Raindrops. This makes me sound old. What can I help you with, Scootaloo? She asked. Well, since I'm staying here for a while, it's in my own room, can I have a sleepover with Dinky and Sparkler? I haven't really talked to them before. It'll be fun. She asked as Dinky stepped beside her and flashed a million-bit smile, shy enough to be almost blinding. Gah! What a nice cuteness! Turn off! Turn off! Raindrops said jokingly. A chuckle as she shaded her eyes with her forehead legs. When they turned down the wires on the smiles, she laughed and ruffled Dinky's mane. Well, I don't see why not. Just make sure to go to bed in a few hours. I'll have school tomorrow. I'll be waking you up around 7. With a chair, the fillies ran to the room, with Raindrops following behind them, making sure Scootaloo had everything that she needed, and made sure Ditzy Do and Sparkler had brushed their teeth, groomed the reins, and looked at them through that door. Into you, right? Listen, fillies, I need to talk with Princess Twilight. Only talk to Spike. I'll be home in a little while. I want you to promise to all behave, alright? We promise. With a smile, she shut the door and left them to own devices. She got a saddlebag and bottled water for a trip. She took off for Golden Oaks Library. Although it was a relatively short 5-minute flight, she loved the cool, crisp night air caressing her wings. And when Scootaloo brought back memories of her past, she let herself go down into memories as her body enjoyed this flight. Raindrops was 5. Her family put her in the Candlelight Orphanage. At age 7, she ran away. The orphanage when she was a filly were a lot different than they were nowadays. The head mom was cruel, old, wearing mare, the picture for statistic punishment, keep her foes in line. All the while working them to the bone with goods to boost the income of the orphanage, got through stipends, fundraising, charities. Second showed out to fly, the day she bolted, and never looked back. For 3 years she lived in the alleyways of Brokeback Way, some blocks south of Alcorn Row. One not the shadier places, as far enough that the light castle looked like a mockery of the fairy tale. She knew a group of older soldiers, mares, were falling on hard times. They made the way, squelching bit. However, they could come across it, thought descending to drugs and violence. It sometimes overtook the more desperate sectors, hiding the princess' shadows in a blind spot in the building's wealth. Those were dark times for Raindrops. She came together what could loosely be defined as a life, running away in desperation for her family, leaving to that monster and mental scars to lack the wrench inflicted upon her young psychic. By her 3rd year, she decided that she had enough of escaping the refuge that the well-to-do wanted no part of. She decided to steal a chunk of that lady herself. The scam worked for a few months, and then she got caught by Town Guard. The shimmering breeze noted that she matched the description of a filly that had left at the same time the other pony's valuables had gone missing. While he escorted her to a station on the other end of the city, he told her that she could do community service or back in the orphanage, or she could serve jail time. And then when she was released, sure enough, she was sent back until the age of leave. It was then when she learned that even after she ran for so long, even Mare was going to have her back in the clutches. The Raindrops broke down. In the middle of her tear-fueled babbling, she told him everything, about the orphanage. His mom, Sugar Sweet, but how she ran away and had been on the streets for years. He had her wanting a better life, so she stole to survive. Everything. Hour later, he was just looking at her, use his wings to bite the right tails. Listen, I have to look into this, but I want you to know that I have seen a lot in my time in God. I have seen liars crying dragon tears to God punishment. I have seen those who shift the blame for the action of others. I have seen those who will do anything to escape punishment. But I have seen enough to know when some pony is being honest with me. I trust you, but I proceed to go over. While I'm looking into it over. While I'm looking it over, I'll make you sure you have somewhere safe to stay. I'll make sure you're in somewhere safe, but you're still going to make up the money to pay off your debt in society for all the stuff you stole. You tell me who you stole from and where you stole it and where you sold it to. I'll make sure the judge is leaning on you alright. He said in a voice that was both steady yet gentle, like a light storm breeze. Wait, so you aren't sending me back to that place? You really mean it? Raindrops squeaked. With what I heard from you, now it is fair on your face, I can't send you back. While we are here, I'll get you processed. You'll have to spend the night here, but I'll make sure it's in the cells we save for minor offenders. Well, I'll be seeing you, little filly. That lightning shimmering breeze got processed and put in the cell. She was a day later that she was told Officer was violating several labour laws for falls and had proof of abuse and neglect. It's on the view of other criminal activities. For about bringing it to the guard, her term was lessened. The shimmering breeze came up to her while she sat in shock after the news. Hey, listen, I bought terms of your sentence. I spoke to my captain, head of the town guard, talked to the judge, and for what you did, I'm going to give you two choices. First, house arrest with me at my place, where it'll be my ward until age to move out. You'll all be doing 730 hours of community service training school work. Third choice, you do 6 months of jail time, $166 bit fine, and you'll be sent to a different orphanage, which won't be like the one you're at. So war the state until you reach the maximum age. Now this man behind me is Quad Proco. He's a lawyer for you to talk over the options. Make sure you stand your rights. Even when he was done explaining a mare that she didn't see until just now told her interview. But Raindrops didn't do anything he explained. Anything that's better than another orphanage. She told them all she wanted house arrest. The next few weeks she fell into her normal state of depressing gloom. Seeing his new house gas such as he took her out of a rainstorm and brought her up to lighter grey clouds beneath their hooves. Papa opened a small batch of his probably laying a light floor all around it. He screwed around, waited for a lady near the edge and looked down. I guess I should tell you that the house arrest idea was my own. I saw you were where you were in life, and that was better than there was some snot-nosed punk and gang of a blood moon circle. But I was a bit older than you. I met a man town guard. He says to me one day, there'd be some sense into me, send me on a straight and narrow. Hey Breeze, I saw potential in you to do good. I saw you all those years ago. so I took under my hooves and helped you out. I want you to promise me that someday, see someone needs help, you'll do the same for them. Well, I promised him, now I'm going to help you get on your hooves and become a good mare someday. I'll start penciling you. I know you probably don't need a lecture. I'm not going to ask you to make the same promise. That'll be up to you to decide when you're older. But I want to say something my mom told me when I left fledgling Pegasus, built at flight school. There are times in life where, like a storm on the ground side, hit all sides but I probably can't stop. Can barely hold more than a mouthful at a time, and seem unending, like it never get better. And skies in life will be seeming so unending grey that it can bog down. Just remember, above every rain cloud the sun is shining, and every storm, no matter how long, how hard it may seem, will eventually end. So Raindrop, I'll help you if you want me to. But remember, there are a lot of things may seem dark now, pointing dark spots outside the light. The sun is shining to wait for you again. He said, waving his hoof, the bright sky around him. All you need to do is ask for help. If I can help, I will. If I can't, I'll find someone who can. Raindrops was listening to the conversation and sobbed, and stole away until later. So you can't think of some pony who had been in a place would say, look at the bright side of life. That's nonsense. But as she thought about it, made sense. All that stuff is happening, and she's looking like negative. She had some parts of her life outside of me that wasn't all bad. Linger's lecture digest said that she ever became useful. And useful they become. As months and therapy visit group sessions went by, community service, schoolwork, chores, she learned a lesson. She learned the words behind those words as the groups. She went to basically say the same thing. Emotions are like waves. They peak and fall. Either focus negative life. If you work at it, you see things aren't always as bad as we paint them. Not to say they aren't stressful, horrifying, bad at moments. Or sometimes they're as bad as we paint them. But you can't let emotions control life. So that Raindrops wasn't all that easy. Eventually she ended her service. And more importantly, she was done with her first 8 weeks of the group. When she stopped by a nursing home that she worked at, she told the ponies that she was helping that she was leaving. She threw a small thank you party. It was her. She learned how much she had helped the ponies in the home. How much touched by listening to them, helping them out with their emotional problems. It was at the moment that clicked. Every point in rainy days in life, by reaching out, being there, she made a small but profound effect on her life during the days. But then she got a key mark, 3 raindrops. She came out of memory as she neared the library. Flaring down, she got a knock on the door. She heard a male voice tell her to come in. She didn't ring, she opened the door. She stepped in to see a dragon. She caught her tired, drinking tea, while an owl went around cleaning the place up. Raindrop was caught between running. She said bow or walk in. First got her plans about literally she came between the two actions. Don't worry about it. You don't need a bow from me. I get enough of that. I cannot. Just treat me like an ordinary pony. Twilight said with a practiced smile, she said. Okay. Be a princess now, so I shouldn't bow courtesy or something. I wouldn't want to be rude. Raindrops asked nervously while she got to get left there. The foreleg. Think of it a royal request. After all, I was no unicorn pony before I became a princess, so don't worry about it. So now, how may I help you today, Twilight? Well, this is kind of private. Could we talk alone, please? That's okay with you, I mean. Raindrops asked. No problem. Spike, can you make, I guess, some of your famous brownies? Says the young dragon. Sure, let me know when you're done talking. And I don't let the tea go too cold. I know how much you hate when that happens. With that, he walked out in the kitchen. Taking his seat, tried to offer there. When he was sat, taking a deep breath, began. Now, I ran a Scootaloo this late afternoon. What did she do this time? And why come to me, not her parents or some pony else? Twilight. She didn't do anything. It's not right to assume the worst of a pony just because she's rambunctious. Oh, sorry, princess. Love said, and saw himself knowing. Heard the unicorn? Now the unicorn making it more flustered than she felt she should be for a moment. No, don't be sorry. You're right. It's not right to jump to conclusions. Sorry for interrupting. Can you please continue? Try to say Raindrops. Voice with the hoof wave. Well, I saw Scootaloo now. This is confidential since I think you promised. Not tell only until she's ready. Tell any pony else. So, if you could keep this between as few ponies as possible, that'd be great. But trust your discretion in who you tell. But she was dumpster diving for food. Near Troy from La Pasa. She was what? Twilight yelled, surprised what she just said. She was eating from a dumpster. I found out she'd been homeless for the last 5 years. After her parents died, I took her in for a moment. No necessary paperwork for emergency housing for her to stay with me until end I went to wrap up, Raindrops replied. Oh, of course. But I've known one passing Scootaloo for 4 years. Her friends are my friend's sister. And I just don't know how no pony noticed. I'll have to tell girls about this. Start looking over the off paperwork. You can't. Sorry, Princess Raindrops. I mean Twilight. What I meant to say. Scootaloo delicate position. Maybe she lets every pony know in own time when she's ready. As for how no pony knew, for homelessness, no offense, are unknown here in Ponyville. So no reason for you to expect anything. And that, and from what I've seen, considers that my flights over Ponyville are very resourceful. Well, how has she been surviving up till now? I've seen her buy things when I was at Crusaders. Where did that money come from? Twilight looked, looking at her with inquisitive eyes. I have an idea, but I'd like for her to talk to me herself. I haven't learned a lot today since she just arrived. I want to give her some time to adjust before bombarding her with questions. She slipped, replied while taking a sip of tea. This is good tea, by the way. Where did you get it? Oh, it's some of Celestia's favorite blend. Golden Cloud Pure Tea. It's made in Pegasus community on Nippon. using a specialized process of mixing sensors with dense clouds, using lots of water and sunlight. Only 5 tablets are made a year ever made. It has been best aging over time of all the PRTs. Apparently, princess get 1 tablet a year, a tribute for Celestia, helping set up their city a few centuries ago. With more princesses now, Celestia gave a rotation of 1 tablet Candace, Luna, myself, then her, so we can each get our own collection. But how they produce the tea before processing it is amazing, as I'll tell you later. Well, Spike's will get here soon, and while I expect Spike Scootaloo wants this to be told as few points as possible, I'll be discreet, but she has to open up eventually. So what are you going to do, tell ponies when they ask where parents are at? I asked, after having caught herself on into full lecture mode. There was something Celestia teaching her to do now. She was a princess. Although it's difficult not to share such information with ponies. Wow. Well, that's good. Wow, the princess is a favorite tea. I can see why this stuff's amazing. As for Scootaloo, we'll tell others that folks away on business. Look after her while they're away. It'll be the first time I had to do it. Although, first time I had to do an emergency foster status in Ponyville. First time ever. I had to do it in a secret. But Scootaloo needs comes first. I'll make sure that it's as by the books as possible. Anyway, you're doing a good job. Spike should be done with his brownies by now. Take some with you, and thank you for stopping by. I'll be trying to look into their past, see what I can find. Now I'll let you know of anything if I find it. Although I want you to do that the same. Even if I never really dealt with her personally, I've heard a lot about her from Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity. Raindrops shook on it. The bag full of warm brownies left for her house. A cool breeze beneath her wings. Well, that went surprisingly well. I think it's nice to try to let a tear go to her head. It's nice down-to-earth unicorn. Although I find it hard to treat her like a normal pony, the alicorn things. It's very nice. Now I got to get home and in the fridge. It can be treats for fillies for lunch tomorrow.